Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video, and this is going to be a pull versus skip discussion about this banner that is currently going on. That is this special limit break, a banner that has a special name called limit break, a banner that has a special color. And previously I talked about this color in my previous videos, that these colors are the indicators of something really superior and something really big. And this is not only in this gacha game, but in each and every gacha game. Each and every gacha game usually follows this tradition, that is, whenever they bring something superbly broken, uber tier, they are going to indicate with this color. Now that raises a question, that is this banner a part of the crossover that we were having, that is the crossover of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now why I am asking about this question? Because in this game, crossover banner is a curse. Those weapons are usually very strong, the garbs are also very good, but the problem is we cannot use the wish list. That means in order to upgrade this weapon, you would like to have multiple copies to actually unlock the real power of these weapons. And for that we have to rely highly on this wish list, where we can add multiple weapons, and it creates a chance for us to get the weapons again and again in future and upgrade this weapon, as it requires a ton of these resources. Now, so I asked myself that is it a crossover, because I was so interested to pull in this banner, and then I kind of read the notice, and this made me a little bit surprised that if you go to these details, it says that the limited edition weapons from Cloud and Glen Limit Break Draw will not be added to any other draws other than Limit Break draws. The limited edition weapons and gears featured in draw may reappear in the future. What does it mean? This means simply that if you are willing to have multiple copies of this weapon in the future, then you have to wait for another limit break banner. That means you cannot do this thing of adding that weapon to the wish list in normal banners, that is these type of banners. These are the featured banners. Look at the color, it is totally blue, but you have to wait for the limit break banner. Now when is going to be the limit break banner, when is going to be the next banner of limit break, we don't know. This is the first of its kind. It might appear after a certain amount of time, but we don't know how long it will be, how long it will take for another banner to come. It might be a month, it might be 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, who knows. So that's the main challenge when you are thinking about upgrading this weapon. That is, if you are planning to upgrade any weapon over time, slowly, that's not gonna work with this type of banner. However, if you are someone who is paying in this game, then there is a nice option for you. If you go to this shop, you will see this half anniversary pack, and they have for the first time introduced this pack, that is this premium package. And this package has the ability to provide you limit break draw weapons and also crossover draws. So this is giving you a lot of benefits if you are willing to purchase this package and spend money in these packages. In that way you can get multiple copies of that weapon within this time limit. But for F2Ps, that's the big problem, and big question is what should be the F2P approach. Now my F2P friends, if you are spending your hard earned blue crystals in this banner, then you must be happy with just probably one copy, because you are probably would like to go for both characters, both of their garbs, that will cost around 40 to 50,000 blue crystal. And within that range, if your luck is just as good as me, you'll get only one copy of that weapon, and that would be the thing that you should be happy with. And you should be waiting for the upcoming limit break banner. I don't know for how long. Other than that, the upgradation process of this weapon is going to be a little bit slower and costly if you think. if you are spending packages, if you're buying packages, that's also possible, but that's a little bit costly. So these are the options when you are having this challenge of upgrading these weapons. Now let's talk about some of the features of this weapon that is going to help us in the battle. First of all, this effect, if you go to this weapon effect, this boost physical attack of all allies, it is going to work on the physical team only. This thing you have to remember. So if you are having a strong physical team, and if you are willing to play ahead with that physical team, this is the thing that you need to do, that is the thing that you need to get. This is going to buff your entire team. However, if you are already having a strong magical team, you have already having a very upgraded setup, then transferring from that magical team to a physical team, it is kind of of course a time consuming process, and it's of course a very expensive process to some extent. So think about this fact also. Another important thing that I would like to say, that these boost physical attack allies is also going to work in the co-op. That means if we go to these events, the co-ops that we play on a regular basis, and co-op is a very common game mode in this game, and a very highly rewarding one. So it's a very good idea to actually make your co-op team really strong, provide some support to your allies, because this weapon is also going to buff the allies. Now here comes a couple of things. First of all, the ally has to be a physical damage dealer. If the ally is a magical damage dealer, then they are not going to get the buff. Secondly, you might take two approaches regarding this feature. That is, first of all, you might decide that, hey, I'm gonna just make my co-op team really strong. I'm going to offer a lot of support to my teammates and make finish the battle really quick. That one kind of approach. And another kind of approach can be that most people are actually going to summon in this banner. So from now on, you will see that most people are actually using these characters in the co-op. So if you are using a physical damage dealer, you are automatically getting the effect. For example, right now I am using this Cloud in the co-op for now, because I haven't really pulled in this banner. I'm planning to do so, by the way. I'm planning to do so because I would like to empower my physical team. But if I am using this Cloud, and if someone in the co-op is using that weapon, that garb is not even necessary, that weapon, then the entire team is already getting the buff. So that you might think that you might also consider the fact that you are getting this buff entirely for free in the co-op too. But however, sorry, considering the fact that the game is kind of getting more and more difficult day by day, if you have played recent new game modes that they have introduced, probably it's a good idea to pull in this banner and try to get a copy of that weapon and the garb, of course, because the garb is of course the best thing you can get for ice. However, if you are already having Tifa, Tifa also has an ice Arcanum. Her ice or Arcanum is very good already. If you have that already, you already having a better one, because to upgrade that weapon, to upgrade Tifa, it's kind of easy. For Tifa, you can use these featured banners in next featured banners, but for this one, you have to rely on this limit break. So, and for Glen, the same applies to Glen. Pretty decent garb, decent weapon, physical water damage, going to boost physical all allies, and garb is a water Arcanum, the first of its kind. We haven't really have any water Arcanum. So, and in terms of looks and appearance, I think this is also a major part to consider, the looks and the appearances of the garbs that you'll be using with your characters, because they are going to play in front of you. This matters a lot. And in terms of appearance, I think these designs are totally amazing. A kind of a combination of futuristicness and also some traditional elements I can see. But I'll be sharing just my personal opinion, that in my personal opinion, I think Murasame still is the in terms of design. Murasame still creating more appeal to my eyes. Murasame garb and Murasame sword both, because the sword shape, I'm not really a big fan of this sword shape, but still it has some of its uniqueness, of course. But much by my personal opinion, I'm not really a too big fan of the size and shape of the sword. I wish it was a little bit more, you know, what should I say, aligned with this futuristic theme that they started to work on, but they kind of went back to traditional, a little bit of a weird mix. But overall, a very decent approach. Let's check out Glenn. First powerful banner of Glenn. I think Glenn's weapon design way better. This is way better. This totally, you know, keeps this futuristic look entirely with the weapon. Look at this. This is totally futuristic and totally goes along with his garb, and his garb is personally preferable to me because I like darker colors, and he has less white, of course, and more dark. So if we compare from apple to apple, in my personal opinion, I think Glenn's garb and Glenn's weapon looks way better than Cloud. A little bit better, but once again, both of them are really decent. By the way, don't hate me for expressing this opinion, because Cloud is actually my favorite character, my top favorite character, and Murasame is actually my favorite garb. So I kind of, you know, judge each and every garb instead of Murasame. I mean, against Murasame, and that makes things literally complex, because Murasame was the very important garb, and the developers kind of poured their heart into Murasame. I mean, look at these guys. Look at the details that are available in the Murasame. But anyways, guys, that was my personal opinion. I think pulling this banner is a win-win situation, but just a couple of things you need to keep in your mind, that the upgradation might be a little bit difficult in terms of its policies. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to support the content, support the channel, and I hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.